What's up guys, I'm ExxotikGaming and today I am back with another Pixel Gun 3D video, and today's video is my first weapon review of many of one of the brand new weapons in the new 10.5.0 update. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a sniper weapon by the name of the Mr. Squido, an absolutely hilarious and surprisingly pretty good sniper in Pixel Gun 3D. Like some of the other animalistic weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, for example, the pet dragon and the loud piggy, you can carry this pet around and it will absolutely destroy anyone that gets in its master's way. When you first purchase this weapon, it would seem to be more like your standard area damage weapon, but the fact of the matter is that this is a sniper and it does its job very, very well. Going into the shop menu here, we can see a third-person view of the little squid sitting at the end of our little master's arm. It looks absolutely awesome. I think it's one of the cooler looking weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, looking very regal with its top hat, its suit, and its eyepiece. Looking at the stats of the weapon here, we can see that this weapon has a 20 efficiency, a 73 firing rate, a 7 capacity, and a 110 mobility. But the unique feature with the Mr. Squido, which makes it very different from a lot of the other sniper rifles in Pixel Gun 3D, is its area damage special ability. There aren't too many other sniper rifles in Pixel Gun 3D with the area damage ability, but the ones that do have it generally perform very, very well. The weapon that this weapon is most closely associated with is the Electro Blast Rifle in terms of stats, and the main difference between this weapon and the Electro Blast Rifle is the fact that the Electro Blast Rifle has a 10-time zoom, and this weapon has a 4-time zoom. So, even though this weapon would, as you would assume since it is a sniper rifle, perform better in a longer range map, the truth of the matter is this weapon performs best in a medium range map. So maps like Blockmart, Nuclear City, Four Seasons, Paradise Resort, Ants Life, etc., are some of your best maps for this weapon. Now, the thing that I like so much about this weapon isn't necessarily the fact that this weapon performs insanely well, because it's not one of the most insanely overpowered weapons in the sniper section of Pixel Gun 3D. It's the fact that this weapon is super unique. Honestly, I do not know how Really Soft or its fans come up with these insane ideas for weapons. I have never seen an FPS shooter before with a squid. So this is very unique, and this makes this special in Pixel Gun 3D. Honestly, I don't think anybody here who is watching this can think of a shooting game that has a squid as one of the weapons. And honestly, I don't even think of too many games right off the start that even have squids in it. Like some of those shark-eating games, like Hungry Shark Evolution may have them, Super Mario Sunshine I know has them, Mario Kart, but those are pretty much it. There aren't too many games in general that actually have squids, so this is a very big rarity. Now, this weapon is one of those weapons in Pixel Gun 3D where, there aren't too many weapons that are actually like this, but this is one of the few weapons in Pixel Gun 3D which performs well in a range that you would have never even expected it to perform well in. Generally, most weapons in Pixel Gun 3D perform best in the ranges that they were intended to be in. So a lot of the area damage weapons are going to perform best at close range. The assault rifles are going to perform best at medium range, and etc. However, as you guys can see from the gameplay I am getting in Blockmart, I'm getting just as good gameplay in close range with this weapon as I am in long range. And that is because since this weapon has its area damage, it works well even at close range. So that way you can use the area damage to its full potential, and it works very, very well because of that. It always is good to use the scope as much as you possibly can, because you will get a lot more accurate when using the scope, but if you don't have the ability to do so, just know when using this weapon, you can use it at close range perfectly fine and kill people very, very well. You can win matches when using this weapon in all different types of ranges. Honestly, as you guys can see, I'm doing great in this Blockmart match. I have won matches in close range, I have won matches in medium range, and I have won matches in long range when using this weapon. So you can win with this weapon in all different types of ranges, and you can get great gameplay with all of the ranges as well. honestly, I think for some very intense gameplay that is definitely going to help your skill set in Pixel Gun 3D, try this out a couple of times in close range, and you will find that you are going to get much more accurate with area damage weapons after using this weapon in that range. Because this weapon does not have the fastest firing rate in the world. That's the one big downside with this weapon. With such a slow firing rate, if you do miss one of your shots, whoever else you are going up against is bound to take you out. But as you guys can see, if I can make pretty much all of my shots against the enemy players, with this weapon being a 2-shot kill to the max armored players, it will do it very, very well, and you can easily take these people out. Obviously, if you do encounter another person with an area damage weapon at close range, they are probably going to be able to take you out, because this is, in truth, not the most powerful area damage weapon in Pixel Gun 3D, so you're probably going to want to take out something from your premium section to take them out if they have a much more powerful area damage weapon than you. But if you are going up against someone and they may have an assault rifle and you're trying to go up against them at close range, you might want to try out using the Mr. Squido and seeing if you can take them out, and you may be surprised with how many kills you will be getting when using this weapon. I've gotten some pretty decent gameplay in this match so far, and I honestly think Blockmart is one of the better maps for showcasing weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, because you can get a lot of close range gameplay, medium, and long range. You can show a wide variety of different ranges, and this is probably one of the best maps for reviewing a weapon in Pixel Gun 3D. This and Ant's Life, I like those maps the best for reviewing weapons, and hopefully you guys like these matches as well. I'm a little surprised, honestly, with this weapon for the fact that it shoots out blue ink. I'm assuming that is ink because that is what a squid shoots out, but this shoots out blue ink, even though the ink that squids generally shoot out in real life is black, so I'm not entirely sure exactly why it does that, but it's not really that much of a change. Honestly, I think for a cartoony type game like Pixel Gun 3D, it works better with a type of lightish blue ink anyways, so hey, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not gonna criticize the game creators for creating this with a little light blue ink, because it really doesn't affect anything at all. So the best maps, guys, are going to be some of those medium range maps in Pixel Gun 3D. Like I said before, Paradise Resort, Four Seasons, Blockmart, Ant's Life, those are your best maps, and you'll actually find that you can win those matches pretty regularly when using this weapon. And even if you don't win, you will generally get up into the top amounts of kills against enemy players, and you will be able to rank up in the ranks when using this weapon. So that is pretty cool. I honestly think, though, out of the weapons in the sniper section, this is probably easily one of my most favorite ones out there. I still probably like the prototype a lot more just because I've used it so much and I'm so familiar with the prototype. But with this weapon, it's just so unique and it's so fun to use, and that is why I like this weapon so much. I mean, honestly, just being able to use a squid as a weapon is mind-blowing for me, honestly. I never would have thought that you would be able to do so, and honestly, if I was friends with the game creators and they were like, hey, we're thinking about putting in a squid for our weapon, you think it's a good idea? I would have been like, wait, what? Are you serious? Are you drunk? What the heck is going on? But it's worked out well, surprisingly. It's very unique, and I have to give props to whoever thought up this idea. I don't honestly know if somebody else created this weapon or not, because Really Soft does pretty regularly hold little contests and stuff like that allow the game players to think up ideas for weapons, and that's another cool thing. I honestly like how Really Soft has these tests so they can, have the fans' inputs and allow the fans to kind of have a say in what is added into the game, so that's pretty cool. Now, I'm considering going into a little bit of a longer range map for the last part of this video, just so I can show you guys some more scoped gameplay and stuff like that, so I might possibly go into Paradise Resort. In fact, I'm going to probably do that right now, and I'll talk about my final inputs about this weapon, my final rating, and etc. about this weapon. So, in general, as you guys can see just from the gameplay I'm getting, it's not the absolute most insane weapon out there in terms of its absolute pure stats and power. It's a pretty average weapon in Pixel Gun 3D. But the thing that makes this weapon different is really the way that it's designed, the way that it looks, and just the whole pure fact that this weapon's just so unique. There aren't really anything else, or there isn't really anything else like it. I mean, you can think about some of the other animalistic weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. You got the pet dragon, you got the loud piggy, you got the pit bull, you got the tiger, but I mean, honestly, they're not really as animal-like as this thing. This one and the Loud Piggy are probably the more animal-like weapons out there that you can own, and it's cool. I really like having animal weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. It looks really, really cool. And honestly, I could probably use this for Animal Weapon Gameplay 2.0. I did Animal Weapon gameplay back in November, but there have been some other ones added in since then, so if you guys want me to do Animal Weapon Gameplay 2.0, I can seriously consider do that, and yeah, that'll be pretty freaking awesome. So, my final rating for this Mr. Squido. Honestly, I'd probably give, in terms of stats, I'd give this thing like a 7 out of 10. For snipers. For area damage, I'd probably give this thing lower because it's certainly not the most powerful area damage out there. It kind of reminds me, if you don't use the scope, very similar to something like the Portable Death Moon or the Alligator. But I'd probably give it, if it was just in terms of area damage, something like a 6 out of 10. But for a sniper rifle, this is probably a 7 out of 10. Out of this one and the Electro Blast Rifle, if you're determining between the two which one you should get, I'd probably say the Electro Blast Rifle is a better choice, just because since it does have that 10 times zoom, it's going to work better for the longer range, and that is generally what sniper rifles were intended to do so. So, yeah, honestly, I think one of the best places for using this weapon here, I've gotten some huge monster kills when using this weapon, is up on top of the lighthouse right over here in Paradise Resort. With the area damage ability, it works like an absolute charm. It's fantastic, and I'm going to try to show that at least one point in this video, me going to the top of the lighthouse and killing, hopefully, a lot of people in the process of doing so. So, let's go right up to the top of the lighthouse here. Nope, probably not going to happen. Probably going to get killed before that actually happens, but yeah, if I was to rate this thing in terms of its creativity, definitely going to give this thing a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 in creativity for a unique weapon in Pixel Gun 3D, because really there's nothing like it out there in the game, and there's nothing like it out there in any shooting game ever, so that's pretty freaking awesome. So let's go shoot some people from up above here, and this is probably one of the best spots for using this weapon. You can get a ton of kills very, very easily up at this range, guys. It's actually really good at 4 times zoom, I found, in Paradise Resort. Paradise Resort is one of the better ranges or the better maps for this 4 times zoom, so that's pretty cool. And there's this guy continuing to try to kill me. Of course, I was able to take him out because having that area damage is one of the best features with this weapon. This might even be a better spot inside one of these windows up here, just because people generally think about the top of the little lighthouse as the place where people are going to be, but these windows are never really the spots where people actually look, so that is pretty cool. Of course, that guy killed me because he knew I was there already, but yeah, guys, if you can manage to get those accurate shots one after another and not miss when using this weapon, with the 2-shot kill, that's not that bad. And of course, there's going to be other people with other area damage weapons that are a lot more powerful than this one, but hopefully you can manage to get those shots, and that way you can take those people out pretty easily. So that's pretty much it, guys, for my review on the Mr. Squido. I really hope you guys did enjoy my first review out of many on the weapons from the 10.5.0 updates. I will be reviewing each and every one of them, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be able to review them before the next update comes out. I know there's already been sneak peeks on the next update, so I'm a little worried. I'm not going to be able to finish reviewing every single weapon, but I'll try my best to get everything reviewed so you guys can have an awesome selection of weapon reviews for this next update. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else I need to say. I'll do some more gameplay with this as I say my outro. I really hope you guys did enjoy this gameplay with the Mr. Squido. I really enjoy using this weapon a lot. I will use this weapon a lot off camera, even if it's not the most powerful weapon out there in the sniper section of Pixel Gun 3D, just because it's unique. And I like using the unique weapons of Pixel Gun 3D a lot. It's just so fun to use, and yeah, it's just one of those weapons where I just have a lot of fun when using it. You know, there are certain weapons in Pixel Gun 3D where it's just not really that fun when using. You know, you get a lot of kills when using them, but it's just not that fun. And a weapon like this and the Loud Piggy and stuff like that are just weapons where I just have an absolute blast when using. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for my review on the Mr. Squido, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy this. If you guys did, then make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment down below which weapon you would like to see me review next, and if you are new, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Pixel Gun 3D videos. I have an absolute ton of weapon reviews, so if you like weapon reviews, you might want to go and watch some of the other ones I posted to my channel. I mean, I seriously have way too many posted to my channel, and I'm nowhere near done yet. I have a lot more in plan, and I am pretty far behind with some of the other updates, weapons, and I have to finish those off before I eventually get back up to the ones when I'm on here. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, guys. I'm just going to end the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I didn't have a lot of sleep last night, so hopefully the commentary was alright. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see if I can get one last nice scoped kill, hopefully against this guy. Unless he gets out of the line of fire, I'll get this guy. Yeah, Iron Striker. Maybe, possibly. Let's go get Iron Striker. Let's go! And nope, I killed his friends. Alright, I got that guy. That's pretty good. That's fine. And, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.